and welcome back to my channel. If you are a normal viewer, don't engage the nastiness that's going to be in the comment section for the next couple of days. Just don't. I'm engaging it because it amuses me and I just don't care, and it doesn't affect my mental health, but I know that bullying and targeted harassment does affect mental health, and I don't want any of y'all's mental health affected for something that I chose to do. So don't engage with the 4chan idiots. Don't engage with the racists. Just don't do it. Save yourself the hassle. Like I said, they don't affect my mental health, but I do understand how internet harassing and bullying does affect people's mental health, and I would hate to be the reason somebody's getting bullied online. So I can take care of myself. I'm quite used to the idiots. Nothing they say can or will bother me. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Ahmad Avery. I have been working on this video for weeks. I've been keeping track of things, making notes, and just all around trying to figure out how the best way to approach this video is. Because, to be perfectly honest, it makes me angry, it makes me sad, and it's just heartbreaking all the way around. Not for the McMichaels, but for Avery and his family. Okay, so we're going to break it down into parts. We are going to talk about the burglary leading up to, the fact that there were no other police reports, the video, the aftermath, and what the idiots are saying. So, yeah, let's begin. So, about 7 weeks prior to the murder of Ahmad Avery, the McMichaels had a gun stolen out of their truck. This will be the only robbery reported in all of the 7 weeks leading up to Avery's murder. The McMichaels were pissed, understandably. I wouldn't want something stolen out of my car either. But they decided to take this as a way to do, I can't talk. They decided to take it into their own hands, and they created a Facebook group looking for the person that basically stole their gun. They described their perpetrator basically as a light-skinned black male with tattoos on his arms. Avery does not fit this description. I want to be very clear about that. Avery does not fit this description. Avery just happened to be, his crime was being black and being in their neighborhood. So they're looking for this person. They're on the lookout. At the same time that they're on the lookout for the person that they believe stole their gun, there is a house under construction that a gazillion and one people tend to stop and look at. It's opened up. You can go in. You can see it. It has motion sensor cameras. There's lots of video of people looking at the house. It's an interesting thing. Lots of people do that, by the way. In my neighborhood where houses are going up left and right, people are looking at the construction, and yet no one's getting gunned down. I wonder why. Yeah. Okay. So that is basically all the information that led up to the day of Avery's murder. On the day of Avery's murder, Avery was out for a jog. That's all Avery was doing. Or at least that's all you can prove Avery was doing. And even if he was doing anything else, that doesn't give you the right to gun him down. But he was out for a jog, and he stopped at that house under construction. The McMichaels, who had been trying to catch the black man, the big bad black man, and I'm sure there's more than one black person in the whole entire world in that neighborhood. There may not be a lot, but I'm sure there's more than one, obviously. So they saw a black male go into the house. They then proceeded to gather their shotguns. Then for no apparent reason, they got that other guy, and they decided to chase Avery down. They hunted him. I've seen the video. There is nothing short of them hunting him down like he is an animal, which he is not an animal. And then when they catch up to him, they corner him. Avery had every right to go and try to defend himself. I don't know about anyone else, but 3 men in 2 pickup trucks try to corner me down, and then one of them comes at me with a shotgun. I'm gonna fight like hell to get away. And that's all Avery was doing, was fighting like hell to get away from men who were illegally trying to detain him. All because he happened to be a black male who kind of maybe sort of could have fit the description of who they thought stole a gun out of their truck. That's the equivalent of it. It was murder. It was calculated. It was planned. He was hunted. To you people, now we're going to address the racists that are sure enough going to be in my comment section and for other things that I've seen. These are just some of the comments that I've seen that I want to debunk. Avery was wearing khakis. He couldn't have been for a run. My husband goes for walks and runs all the time, and anything from khakis to pants to jogger shorts, whatever he happens to be feeling like wearing at the time. We go for a walk, and he's often in khakis. He was wearing what was it? A certain brand of sneaker, a high-end sneaker, so he couldn't have been running in them. Lots of people run in high-end sneakers. Well, he should have stopped for them, and he shouldn't have tried to get away from them. They had every right to try and detain him. According to Georgia law, no, they didn't. They had zero right to try and detain him. Unless they witnessed him committing a felony, then they had zero right to detain him. Last time I checked, trespassing is a misdemeanor at best. And they didn't try to detain anyone else on that construction site that was trespassing. So, no, it was because he was black. Well, Avery has a criminal history. They didn't know that. And Avery's criminal history has absolutely zero effect on whether he deserves to be hunted down. Lots of people have a fucking criminal history. They don't get hunted down like animals and murdered. It's not videotaped. It's not displayed for the world to see. Their sister isn't going out. That's right, the McMichaels, daughter, the sister of the brother, and then you get the gist. Took a picture of Avery's dead body while he was lying on the ground like it was a fucking deer hunting trophy. That is a good old-fashioned lynching right there. They hunted him down, they murdered him, they took video and pictures, and they celebrated it. And that is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting and wrong and horrifically evil. Avery's only crime, which isn't a fucking crime, is being black in America. He wasn't hurting anyone, he wasn't doing anything, and if you thought he was committing a crime, then you know what you do, you call the cops. And the cops have a history of harassing black people in that thing. And the last thing that I want to address is the cover-up. They actively covered that up. They actively came up with the same excuses you idiots are coming up with. They even told his mother that he was killed in the commission of a robbery of a house, which he clearly wasn't, which means that they lied to cover up the fact that he was murdered. It's a good old-fashioned lynching, and it's absolutely disgusting, and it should not, in any way, shape, or form, be allowed. And if you're sitting back and you're like making all the excuses, he had a criminal record, he shouldn't have been trespassing, he shouldn't have been running through that neighborhood, why was he wearing khakis? Vans. Why was he wearing Vans? Then you are actively part of the problem. Because none of that is a crime. None of it. None of it. And had he been any other color, y'all would not have looked at him twice. So, stop acting like the McMichaels were right. Avery did not deserve to be murdered, and we shouldn't have to be screaming from the rooftops for justice. And I'm not entirely sure in the Deep South that he's going to get that justice. So let's hope and pray that he gets that justice that he so rightfully deserves, and we don't have to continue to scream and beg for an equal justice system. I guess that's all for this rant. Alright guys, like I said, do not engage the trolls in the comment section. They're going to be angry. It is okay. I do not care.